So I've taken a couple of pretty vicious knocks to the head, which means I'm having a few days off the bike with no crashing. And therefore, there's no better day than today to upgrade my brand new Marin Alpine Trail Carbon Enduro bike with brand new bike parts, suspension, all sorts. I'm here at Brink today, and Squarespace have sponsored today's video. From marketing tools to analytics, they are the online platform to build a sensational online presence and run your very own business. I unveiled this bike in my garage and took it riding at Rogate Bike Park and instantly fell in love with it. I love the slack head angle, the 29-inch wheels, I love the way it looks, I love how poppy and kind of lightweight it feels. I feel so playful on this bike, which is why I'm here today at Brink to upgrade it with... I've talked about this before, like I have my own bike sponsors, wheels, components, loads of things which I know are going to go on this bike, but there's also categories that are open-ended, which I kind of interact with you guys on, like suspension, drivetrain, things like that. And this bike's no different. It's quite a tame base colourway, which is perfect for me, because that means we can do anything colour-wise. We can make this bike look insanely steezy, but I also kind of want to keep that stealth approach because it is such a good looking bike. It looks fast and it rides actually just as good as it looks. So I've already made a couple of changes for that first video, like tyres. I put Conti tyres on there, pedals, grips, and the P&W brand new loam dropper post. But yesterday I collected brand new wheels. Now if you listen to the wheels that come on the bike, it's a really nice sound. I'm not faulting that sound, but it's not Halo Superdrive, is it? They're great. Like, this bike is already a hugely high spec. I have to say that it is. I could ride this bike forever just the way it is. But I've ridden for Halo for 13 wheels. I've ridden for Halo for 13 years. Listen to that. They are the best sounding wheels. They just are the best sounding wheels. There's 120 points of engagement in every turn. That actually is more than just a sound benefit. I used to race 4-cross, and in the start gate, having a kind of a hub like this, there's quite a lot of movement in the cranks between each of those clicks, each of those pulls. So you can't get your feet positioned just right. Whereas in the start gate with one of these hubs, you could click it just how you want it, get that extremely powerful first pedal stroke, and also that kind of reduction in time of engaging the back wheel gives you quicker response out of corners. You can get on the power quicker, and I genuinely feel it. I genuinely notice it every day when I ride these hubs. It's not just a sound attribute, it's like a performance one as well. So, Halo smash it. 13 years. Let's put these on the bike. I'm going to swap those tyres onto these wheels. This is the Halo Vortex wheel set. They've got quite stealth graphics on them right now, but Halo do a full range of decals, so I might go chrome. I can't go too much colour on this bike. It doesn't deserve colour, it just needs to look stealth. So, I've got a tubeless kit here. Muck Off are going to make me tubeless, so wheels, tyres, let's do it now, let's listen to it, and then we're going to just carry on with this bike. Suspension's going to be a big one though. I can't wait for suspension. Ow. How bad was that?
That was so bad. Wheel hit my leg.
Look at the mess. Oh, I still feel it in my head. Look at the mess.
Oh my god.
Dude, that has gone everywhere. That whole tyre just exploded. And it was the loudest one I've ever heard.
That was huge.
It's all up your back, Ben. How much could you not think for 10 seconds?
Mate, it hit my leg as well. I was like, what has just punched my leg?
What was that, my front wheel?
It was.
Oh, what a mess.
Again?
Yeah, we'll do all that again. what a scene. Way better. That's the noise I want to be hearing. Not the fact that this just happened again a second time. And that one was, honestly, I was bent over it like this, trying to hear where the air was coming out, and it went off. It was so powerful it snapped the valve in half. That front wheel's not going in. Certainly not till the rest of the bike's done. Because if I take a third one of them to the eardrum, don't know what it'll do. So, we've got a nice wheelie bike here, no front wheel, that's fine, it's the best sounding wheelie bike in town. I'm going to do all the components now, so gusset bars, gusset stem, the grips are already on, pedals are on, and I've got a carbon railed gusset saddle, so I'll put all those on now. I'll just jump straight to it. You've seen those components before, and then Ben, can you just get some lovely artistic shots when they're on?
Shall do, mate.
Do that now. Lovely. I know you're probably bored of seeing the same cockpit on all my bikes, but running the 20mm rise gusset S2 bar, 33mm long stem, cut down to a similar length on all my bikes, and I am very lucky I get to say all my bikes. I understand I'm extremely privileged, but it helps them feel quite similar. So switching between those bikes is a much easier task. In fact, I'm going to get a photo now on my mobile of these bars. Talking of mobiles, Squarespace, you can build your website on a desktop computer, but it will automatically adjust to optimize for mobile users. So it will move everything around to look excellent. And most people these days are searching and browsing the web on a mobile. And that photo will look great in a gallery because you can build in fully unique, customizable, optimizable galleries of photos and videos into your Squarespace platform. There's a discount code in my link below. So all you got to do is hit the description, start a free trial. And when you're ready to hit launch, you can save 10% off your very first purchase. Thanks, Squarespace. Now, done the components. That heat is just finally turned off. Don't know if that's good or bad. What I always do in these videos is put the bar and stem on the forks that are coming off. It's pointless, isn't it? They're actually attached to that fork. So now the fork's got to drop out. You're going to have to hold this again, Ben. And being at Brink, the #1 dealer for Olin suspension in the UK, I've got to go for Olin's. It has to be done. Olin's is trick. It is race car. It's not Formula 1. It might be. Is it on Formula 1 cars? No. They build their own suspension, don't they? But if they didn't, I'm sure Olin's would do a better job. Look at it.
We just had a coffee, mate.
Huh?
We just had a coffee.
Pardon?
Hey.
So, air fork, air shock. If you remember on the e-bike, we used an Olin's coil. And I do have freedom. Brink could order any suspension, right? But Olin's, do you remember that photo in the video in the back of the Van Haven van with all the bikes lined up with the Olin's forks? It just looks mega. And I want to achieve the same. I want it to go e-bike, Alpine Trail Carbon, dirt jump bike. So I've got the Olin's M2 air fork, 160mm of travel. So I've got to cut the steerer down now. Let's get this on the bike, get the air shock in. That's going to transform the bike. And I've also got some custom Olin's decals coming to match this bike. So that's the first time I'm not going to run the yellow, and we're going to build something into 100% tie into this colourway. And then we can do more changes to make it look even more bling, trick and steezy. So I'll get these on. Should we film it? We'll get some little cutaways so people kind of come to the journey and watch them slide in, yeah?
Yes.
Here we go. How posh is that? That is so, let's put it on the bike. Let's go. Nice! That is good. It's really good. The gold, the sort of gold hardware looks a lot more posh and kind of actually stands out a lot better on a more stealth bike, which I'm buzzing about. I'm really into this bike. I like, there's nothing leery yet, but one thing with this one, this top tube, all this carbon, this sort of like very, very exposed lacquer, it really shows scratches and swirls straight away. I've only ridden this bike once and already there's pretty obvious swirl marks. Dibro is the absolute solution to that. When this bike goes out and I ride with sandy knee pads and things scraping the top tube, it needs protecting. Dibro is the #1 frame protection. So it's bling, it looks cool, but its job at the end of the day is to protect your frame, which is the most expensive part of your bike, and you can do that by making it look cooler. So this one is called, I think it's the geometric grey one. I can't think of a better pattern to match that bike.
That is good.
So we're going to put that on now. It requires a bit of a hairdryer process. Warm this up, clean it down properly. I don't know whether to put it just on the top tube and the chainstay. I'll work it out, but that is the next process. So do that swipey thing.
Okay.
Oh, come on, that is the best. Dibro is always a risk. You've got to choose one. Its job is to protect your frame, but you can make your bike look better, and this one does. It actually does. It is the perfect one for this bike. The Olin's is amazing. This is the best looking bike I've ever had, ever. And we're not there yet, we're not over the line. I've just realised that the saddle's a carbon railed one, so shout out to Kenny at Gusset for getting a little last minute carbon one. That's quite bling, isn't it? But there's so many things to talk about. Drivetrain is up next, not in this video either, and I always leave it up to you guys to sort of help me choose that. This bike's 12 speed. The obvious, I mean, SRAM, Shimano, we've got XTR. If you know about drivetrain, it's that very cool gunmetal-y, it's a titanium colour, which couldn't go with this any better. So imagine these brakes, the shifter, the rear mech, are all basically that colour. I might have to take it away from you guys. I might have to just go with that. It would look so good. Shimano's pretty cool. I don't know. Oh, you guys always have good ideas. Brakes, again, don't have to be XTR. A lot of people have been saying Magura lately, which has some yellow in it, but then like I said, I'm gonna change these decals. I think they're gonna go chrome. They haven't arrived, but chrome Olin stickers on that. Oh, and dude, the crank, right. The cranks, they must be the Cane Creek titanium ones. This bike has a titanium feel color-wise, and Cane Creek make titanium cranks, so we'll get some of those on here. An oval chainring, again, there's a titanium color. It's gonna look so hellishly good and ride as good as it looks. So I'll call it a day for this video. Let me know about drivetrain. It doesn't have to be XTR, but if you Google what Shimano XTR looks like, it seems like the obvious best bet. Maybe with a black cassette at the rear. So into this. This bike's so good. So it's gonna stay here at Brink. It's gonna live at Brink until it's complete in the next video. And then when my head feels a little bit more robust and I'm ready to ride down a tree, I'll take it riding. And at that point, it's gonna be very, very special. So nice one, guys. Cheers Halo for the wheels, cheers Gusset for the components, cheers Dybro, cheers Brink for pulling all this together, and obviously the Olin suspension to make this bike as factory can be. Legends.